It gave a plausible explanation for why both worked at home. Once the details were in place, and a moving truck of furniture and clothes for the new couple secured, they were off to a small community outside of Los Angeles, known as Mulberry Grove, known simply as the Grove to locals. The community, which had been developed 10 years ago, had close to 5,000 homes and a population of just under 10,000. It was a mecca for young working professionals without children. Since they arrived, Kate hadn't seen one child or community playground or anything to indicate the community was even child-friendly. The community had a large wooden white fence that ran the perimeter, and right in the middle sat Mulberry Grove Town Center, which featured a small town square and a few streets of shops, restaurants, and a 1950s-looking movie theater that had 2 screens. The community even had its own small grocery store. No one working in any of the shops or restaurants could afford to live there, but outsiders frequented Mulberry Grove Town Center because it was a little like stepping back in time with its quiet and peaceful streets. Few knew the danger lurking in the community. The target of their investigation, Jack Harlow, otherwise known as Mad Jack. That's what the FBI agents first on the case had been calling him. His followers called him Luminary, as if it were his first name. The man was in his 50s, with movie star good looks and a bank account to match, and had been a successful investor turned life coach. He had launched a successful personal development program, which he sold to unsuspecting people for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like similar scams before his, members paid more to move up the ladder of enlightenment. Each level became more secretive and more expensive than the last. This had been going on since the founding of Mulberry Grove, and it was only in the last year that a handful of people began breaking free of him and telling their story. All faced legal reprisals for breaking their ironclad non-disclosure agreements. Some people thought it was worth the risk. Jack Harlow, according to the reports, was more than a kind man interested in wellness and personal development. He was being accused of running a cult. Worse still, over the last 5 years, 5 couples had mysteriously died in Mulberry Grove. All of the homicides remained unsolved, open cases. No one knew for sure if the cases were connected to Jack. Even local detectives assigned to the cases had been squirrely about considering Jack a suspect. He was a well-known investor who was praised for his business savvy. It was why he attracted so many people to join his program. When they did break free and go to the cops, they were written off as crackpots who couldn't hack it in Jack's program and decided to badmouth the man. Suffice it to say, no one was taking it seriously, except the FBI. It had all the hallmarks of a cult. The reports from former members indicated that Jack Harlow was a manipulative, conniving cult leader who intimidated those who didn't do what he said. He promised those who sought his help professional and personal success. What he did, though, was destroy their lives. Jack Harlow bought one of the first homes in Mulberry Grove. He built his business on the backs of the Grove's residents. Young professionals with money were the perfect target for Jack. They were up-and-comers and had disposable income, but young enough to still be seeking advancement and impressionable enough to be taken in by him. At one point, Jack even demanded to vet and approve anyone who bought a home in the Grove. He positioned himself as the Homeowners Association president and played it off that it was good for the community to know who was moving in, to make sure the Grove maintained its serene beauty and perfect aesthetic. Los Angeles County officials put a stop to it, so Jack found another way. Rumor had it that Jack's members pressured people to sell their properties below market value to those he hand-selected. Jack also scooped up several homes in the community that he rented out to his followers. No one was quite sure how he always got his way. Kate assumed it was good old-fashioned blackmail, but she didn't have proof of that. Yet. Some of the defectors had hinted at that.